Hi Pisces, how are you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Spiritual Barbie, and this is your weekly, or welcome to the channel if this is your first time. I'm Spiritual Barbie, and this is your weekly love and romance tarot reading for your soulmate twin flame connection and or journey. All right, Virgo, so before we get in, sorry, not Virgo, Pisces. All right, Pisces, so before we get into it, be sure to give this video a like, okay? And also be sure to also comment at your earliest convenience. And if you have been thinking about it as well, remember that you can also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to ensure that you don't miss any of my future uploads, because we will be uploading weekly and it's going to get hot. And we're hitting up this Vlogmas stuff. This is my Vlogmas, so go ahead and do that for yourself. Wink, wink. All right, Pisces. So we're going to have a look at this miniature Celtic cross spread in the perspective of your person, Pisces. And this is for the first week of December 2020. Now, please bear in mind, whoa, okay. Energy and time is fluid. So, oh my gosh. All right. Energy and time is fluid. So don't get too wrapped up in the dates, but also should work out. All right, so let's get the cards ready. Okay, wow. All right, all's well that ends well. So Pisces, I keep hearing Virgo. Some of you guys may be dealing with a Virgo, and if that's the case, be sure to watch the Virgo reading, or maybe the Virgo reading may help, or maybe this reading will definitely relate strongly to Pisces dealing with the Virgos. And there could be their sun or their rising, their moon as well. Any part of them could be Virgo, or also to watch the Virgo reading as well. It depends on what you feel. But if this is the case, then you should really resonate with this, because the underlying energy is the Queen of Pentacles, which is also Virgo energy. So there's a strong connection to Virgo in this spread. My Pisces loves. Okay, so the root of the reading in the distant past with you and this person, we have justice reversed. So this person may not have seen the justice that you brought into their life or the gift that you were. They also may have had a hard time bringing the situation to justice, or they may have felt like you did not bring the situation to justice. In the recent past, this person was still very confused and still had not yet gained clarity as to who you were and what you were in their life. And as a result, they were looking for clarity in whichever way, shape, or form they were looking for it. But they were looking for clarity. So in the present moment now, we have the Emperor energy. And the Emperor energy is also reversed. And the Emperor energy talks about stability, control, protection, where this person may feel like they're not able to protect you, Pisces, and I really think it's killing them that this person is not able to protect you or not able to be with you. They may feel like they're dethroned in a way. I'm getting a dethroned vibe off of this Emperor, and this is around the Nine of Swords reverse. So this is obviously rooted in a lot of fear, and actually I'm not surprised as to how these cards are coming out right now, because this person's not seeing all the opportunity that they've had to bring justice to the connection, to bring clarity, to step up and fill their role. And it's because they have this underlying, undying anxiety and fear that they are not looking deeply enough into to understand and process, so that they can see the opportunities that Spirit and the universe is giving them right in this very moment. Spirit and the universe is giving them this opportunity to be there, to fix things, to take charge. Spirit and the universe has given them this opportunity to bring clarity or to get clarity. Or Spirit gave this person clarity about who you were, but they're still kind of like confused. And they're also not seeing the fact that, you know, in the distant past, they weren't seeing how you were their justice, right? And so this justice reverse energy, I'm not surprised that it would make this person in the present the Emperor reversed, because that's kind of what the present energy is built off of. It's built off the justice reversed, where they may feel like, you know, they're still waiting for the universe to give them something that the universe has already given them, or they're not seeing that they are done with a cycle in their life in which things were probably very difficult and very traumatic and traumatizing, and they may feel like they have to go through it again, when in reality, the universe has completed that cycle for them, and they're just not seeing it. Like, they're just not seeing it right now. So in their conscious thoughts and our desires for this connection is the Knight of Pentacles. They do want things to keep being the way that they are. We have the Nine of Pentacles. They're definitely wanting to move towards you, but they're moving towards you very slowly. And I don't have a problem with the Nine of Pentacles. I don't think people can move too slow. I don't think it's possible to move too slow in a connection. I think it's fine to move a little slow sometimes, because you avoid a lot more catastrophes when you move slower. When you drive slower and the car crashes, people are less likely to die. The car is more likely to be fine, when you're moving slow. And same thing is with when it comes to love. When you move slowly in love, you're more likely and more able to foresee any accidents, or to also make an accident that may have happened be far less damaging than if you were going at full speed ahead. So there's nothing wrong with that. And this person, they are feeling like you're very consistent. They are feeling like, and especially if you're dealing with a Virgo or you're a Virgo, this person is really, or you have Virgo in your chart, maybe your moon is Virgo, then this person may really look at you this way. They really feel like, you're the one that they're thinking about. You're the one that they want. And they really want to continue to be there for you in whichever way that they can be there. And if it's through being consistent, then it's fine. If it's through protection, I'm also seeing this person, they want to protect you. They want to do stuff to kind of keep you safe and stuff, but they're not taking that opportunity. And it's like Spirit's kind of like trying to force them, but not really, because they're so wrapped up in this anxiety and this fear around being taken advantage of. We have this Justice reverse energy. So they may have also had some injustice in their life that they're kind of imprinting onto the situation, because they haven't realized that situation in their life is over. So they're not able to see that they have an opportunity now to work on something, to fix something, to make something work. They're not able to see it, or Spirit's trying to force them to see, but they can't receive guidance. You can't receive guidance when you're in the Nine of Swords energy. If you're worried about stuff, you're not receiving spiritual guidance. You're worried. Your base chakra is knocked off. You're not getting spiritual guidance. I don't know where you're getting guidance from. It might not be from Spirit. I wouldn't trust the guidance you're getting when you're sitting in anxiety. It's probably just going to put you around in a loop and get you back to where you started from in the first place. That's why it's important to never act when you're sitting in the anxious energy of the Nine of Swords. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify with this deck. Spirit wants me to. So we have this Justice reverse energy. I want to look into this. This feels kind of complicated. And I feel like this person is complicating the situation a lot more than they need to, right? We have the Page of Swords and the Justice reverse. So their childhood probably was not a very good situation. Like, it wasn't really so sweet and nice. Like, there was a lot of things that happened that were kind of like not fair. But if this person looked at it from a perspective of a higher level, and from the state that they're able to look at it now, if they just remove those anxious blinders or shades from their eyes, and they looked at the situation the way it truly was, they would realize and they would see that the situation is just, and they would see that this situation with you and this relationship that they have with you is a blessing, and it is their justice for all of that stuff that they went through when they were a child. Now, they could be a Pisces, they could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, strong Libra energy, where maybe this person may not see that, okay, maybe in the past they were wronged, but I'm also hearing maybe in the past they felt like you wronged them, and you just got to be open to it, okay? Maybe in the past they felt like you wronged them, or you triggered some wounds, but I feel like they felt like you've wronged them, because this Page of Swords is showing up as some energy this person likes to protect, right? It's an inner child, so they like to protect it. And so they may have felt like you wronged them because you hurt that inner child in them. But in reality, that inner child needed to come out, and that inner child needed healing. And with the Death energy showing up here, this person's inner child needed to undergo a transformation, And so this situation that happened to them, it actually ended up being justice, because A, it brought them to you, B, whatever it was that was like a trigger of that original injustice helped them to come to a place where now they can re-examine that injustice now, and they can re-examine it now from the standpoint that they're at, and they can see it from a higher perspective. All right. I don't want to focus too long on the justice energy reverse, but I feel like there's something spirit trying to drive home with this. I want to know why we have this justice energy reversed. And we have it because of the Five of Swords. So there definitely was something harsh that was said, or this person, it wasn't easy. I'm not saying that they're complaining for no reason. I don't think this person's complaining for no reason at all. But I also think that they can get the blessing from it now. Like, they can get the blessing from the situation now, but they're not realizing it. This person's strong air, strong Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, strong Pisces. But they don't have to just be it. It could also be you, right? Maybe you have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your sun, moon, or rising, and it's all, this reading's also talking to you because you have a lot of major arcana energy here. A lot of major arcana, or just ace energy, which is gifts from spirit. So in the recent past, you have this Ace of Swords reverse energy. So clarity wanting to be bestowed onto them. And what is this clarity? It's around the Ten of Pentacles. It's around a happily ever after. It could also be around family as well. So they receive some clarity around their family and who their family is. And, you know, maybe where they're from, their heritage as well. Some of them, like I'm hearing, like their adoptive parents. So like maybe they had adoptive parents and maybe they met their real biological parents and that was significant for them. But I also feel like, oh, that is so cute. They met their biological parents in the recent past, and it gave them a lot of clarity about this connection, because I feel like it just, for some reason, this clarity that they were given about their family or about their origins, about their ancestry, about where they're from, and about where they ultimately are going as a result of where they're from, that was supposed to help them to move forward and trust and you know, to know that spirit is driving them to where they want to go, and that they could just trust and move on from the past. Like, this person has a lot of trouble moving on from the past. And I understand why, because it was extremely traumatic. Like, and that's probably why spirit was like, get another card, because this person's not sitting around crying and complaining and being a big baby about things. They're genuinely like, they genuinely went through something very traumatic and I don't want to curse, but effed up. I'm hearing over and over again. So like maybe it might have been like over and over again, right? And the Eight of Swords here, it's kind of like mental entrapment. Like this person is not, they're not complaining for no reason. Like, this is not one of those people who's like a big baby. It's like, suck it up. No, you wouldn't suck it up either. But I don't think Pisces would ever tell somebody that they love to suck it up. Some Pisces I know would have. A Pisces I knew in high school told me to suck it up one time. I'll never forget it. She was such a bitch. And, you know, she was such a bitch, but it was so disgusting and rude and awful that somebody would say that what I was telling her was like awful, you know, and she was telling me to suck it up. I'm like, oh, well, you know, but she, you know, she also had an air moon, so that could have been it too. And we were also very young, and I don't think she realized the magnanimity or the how hurtful what she said was, because of the fact that, like, I would never tell somebody to suck it up. And I'm a very kind and compassionate and caring friend. And I'm like the lady that all the sick cats and dogs come to feed and to nurse them. I mean, somehow they know to bring their friends to my house every day to feed them, because they know I'm going to feed them, you know, and that's how I am. So it was really disgusting that she said that to me. It was very rude. And I feel like, but most Pisces wouldn't do that. Some Pisces would actually. Some Pisces actually, they would. Some Pisces, not all of them. Pisces I find they're really good at their own emotions. I find that Pisces, and I'm a Pisces rising and moon, so I can say that. I find that Pisces can be very good at their own emotions, but also sometimes, especially when Pisces is the ego, they have a hard time understanding that other people have emotions too. And once Pisces understands that on both sides, Pisces is unstoppable. That's when Pisces gets their gifts, when they see that, okay, like, I'm hurting, damn, they're also hurting too, you know? That's when Pisces gets their gifts. But when you're just wrapped up in your own feelings, you know, then, and you're in that Neptunian fog, it's hard for you to see it. So I'm not going to say that you guys, you know, you're not the most compassionate sign. You could be, but you're not. I'd say, I feel like Cancers care more, bro. we're not going to have this competition, but I'd say, in my experience, I'd say Cancers, Scorpios as well. Scorpios are some down-home chicks. Scorpios are down home and are not the type of person to tell you to suck it up. But Pisces, I've had a lot of Pisces be like, you know, just really shocked me. So I'm actually going to take that back. I would say that, maybe you said some things that were kind of hurtful, or, you may have triggered that inner child and you didn't realize it, because it seems like you may not have been so aware, right? And that's for some of you guys who may be wondering, like, what did I say? You may have said something, and you may know what it is. And you may be like, wow, that really hurt them. It really did hurt them, Pisces. It really did. So now in the present, they have the Emperor reversed for them, where, they could step up and do the right thing, but this person may not want to. They don't want to. That's what it is. This person doesn't want to step up and do it because of something you said. Because of what you said. It triggered something in them. The High Priestess, I'm not making this up. It triggered something in them. And they're like, I don't want to do it. Even though Spirit is like nudging them to do it, because if this person also got out of their bag, they would realize where you were coming from, right? But I also think it's important, especially if you're in a soulmate twin flame dynamic, to understand that both people hurt, both people have pain, and they also need to understand that you were hurting too when you said those things. You didn't say that, out of nowhere. You said that when you were hurting. You was probably in a horrible place in your life when you said that, or when you did that. You know what I mean? You was probably not in a really good place at all. But you also need to understand that that's why this person is doing what they're doing too. They're hurt. I mean, come on. Pisces, you're really good at emotions, but sometimes you guys, and this, you may not be aware of it, be like, it may be the first time you're hearing it, or not the first time, but like, it may be really when it's clicking. Like, sometimes y'all don't really understand where people are coming from. You're really good at your own emotions, but you're not very good at others. You're not. And it blocks you off because you're the sign. Pisces is very universal. It's universal. So if you don't understand the world and the way the world works, you block abundance as a Pisces, because your abundance lies. That's why we don't have barriers. That's why Pisces, and listen, we're in school right now, the Hierophant. That's why Pisces is the only sign without barriers. They're the only sign that it's like, it's really easy. It's really hard for them to stay individualistic in their environment, because they're supposed to, flow and enmesh with their environment. That's your gift. When you're doing that, you discover your gift, right? But when you're traumatizing everybody around you, right? And I could be traumatizing you right now, and I'm sorry, I'm not perfect, and I don't mean to hurt your feelings at all. I'm just here to read the cards and tell my truth. And I never set out to hurt anybody. And if that's the case, I'm so sorry. I'm a Knight of Swords. I'm working on it, right? But sometimes it's like, I have to get the message out, but I try to be compassionate because I'm dealing with people's emotions, right? And that takes time to understand. But I feel like the same way as how you get in your bag and you don't want to do stuff, that's the same way this person gets. Where they'll just be like, you know what? F you, you said that. Okay. Screw you. Like, genuinely. And it may be like so shocking, but it's true. Right? But they also like, they're not really right for this either. They're not really this is how people get so loud, right? But I'm like, I'm gonna practice compassion. But that's why this person isn't really stepping forward. Or also that could be why Spirit is halting this, because I also feel like Spirit could be making this person halt this action for whatever reason or the other until you realize this. That like, I feel like you can't say certain things, and like Spirit's like, you just can't, because it's like there's certain things that people say to you that will end friendships for you. Like, you will end a relationship or a friendship because of something that someone says, but you will say that to someone else's face, and you'll say that to your soulmate's face, and then be mad when they don't want to deal with you, or they're tired of you, or they're not doing something that, and it feels like it's around the Queen of Pentacles, right? They're not doing something around the Queen of Pentacles. They're not securing you. They're not, making it official, right? But every 5 minutes, you got your hands in this person's face, and that triggers them. I'm just spitting the facts. I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or every 5 minutes, you're talking about how they're not nothing. You know what I mean? Like, come on. An unhealed Pisces is a wreck. It's a mess to be around, right? I love Pisces. I don't have any more fun with any other sign. And I can't talk about the cosmos more with any other sign outside of Pisces. And maybe some Cancers, but Pisces, right? For years and hours, we could talk about animals and science and spirituality and the lessons of the world and Aquarius, right? But an unhealed Pisces is a bitch. And I'm sorry to curse, but it's true. I'm so sorry. I have been that unhealed Pisces, and I'm currently extending more of my healing journey. I never think you can stop healing. I don't, right? I'm currently, and I know my shadow. Whoa, if you guys met me 5-6 years ago, you would have been like, like throwing up everywhere. Get her out, throw her out, get her out. She's too much. Oh my God, you know? So, but I had to get literally slapped in the face with the truth a lot of times before it clicked. Like, wait, actually, I can't really function as a vital member of society if I'm acting this way. You know, I actually want to be a vital member of society, and I want to interact deeply. And there's a reason why people are not really willing to interact with me, you know, and it's okay. You're just hurting. That's all. You just got to heal. It doesn't mean anything about you as a person, who you truly are. That means nothing about who you truly are. You truly are dynamite. Okay? You truly are dynamite, all right? It's just, you got to heal. So does this person, though. So does this person. But they're still like, this person, they just seem like somebody who is so emotional and so like, you know, if you say something, they might have cancer. It might be cancer, right? If you say one thing that hurts them, I mean, they can hold that grudge for 7-8 years. Whereas maybe you're somebody who gets over things, but Pisces, after a while of you getting over things, there is something that someone will do that will push you to be like a complete savage to them. So you can't act like this isn't in you as well. Like, we're talking about a soulmate twin flame reading. Like, and so you guys mirror each other. So don't talk shit about them. You talk shit about yourself. Unless you like talking shit about yourself. You know what I mean? Then go ahead. But that's what I'm seeing. This person, they may even want to take this action, but they're also like, they are needing to deal with some anxiety and some fear though, right? They are. And they're not realizing that they are stuck in a limiting paradigm. They are, right? But at the same time, if you want to know 3D why they're not doing something that you want them to do, that's why. It's because you said something that was very, very, very hurtful. It was very hurtful to them. But it doesn't mean you need to be like, I'm so sorry. Ah, ah, ah. Throw yourself on the ground. Ah. You don't have to do all that, right? We're not doing all that, right? It's okay. I said something. I said it. I didn't. Sticks and stones, right? I may break my bones. You know what I mean? So it's all right, but that's why. You may wonder, why is this person? You hurt their feelings, right? So I'm looking why this Emperor reverse energy is here in the present. It's because of the Tower. They really need to like tear down a paradigm, right? So you did say something, but it's not your fault. Like you could curse out your parents all day long and your parents will still be there for you. You know what I mean? So that's not enough to walk away from a person. That's not enough to sit there and leave somebody you love stranded out in the cold and assed out. You know, they're still a savage. They're still really grimy for that. They're still really, really grimy for all of that. They're still super grimy. You know, like that's still grimy, but hey, you know, you wanted to know in 3D, that's why. That's why. That doesn't mean you need to stop being who you are, but also cursing people out and telling them this and calling them that. And like that Pisces girl I was telling you about, the story I was telling you about her, where she told me to get over it. I will never forget how hurtful that was. And I still don't like that bitch. And it's been like 10 years. I still do not like that girl. And if she's watching this video, I still don't fucking like you, bitch. And you know who you are. You know who you are. I still don't like you. I still never said sorry, you know? And it's like, that's really hurtful. It really is. All right? And like I said, Pisces rising and moon here, okay? My inner child is a Pisces, okay? My inner child is this little Page of Cups. So I'm also talking to myself, okay? So don't start. But you can start. Go ahead. No, it don't really matter to me. It don't really matter to me. All right. So we have the 9 of Swords is what they're like. what they're struggling to like take action with, right? And it's around having strength. And it's because they're worrying a lot. Like they have a lot of fears that are unwarranted, right? So they have a lot of fears around like, oh, does this person really love me? Is this person going to stick around? Da da da. They're definitely a very emotional person themselves. I wouldn't be surprised if this person was a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius on the cusp of some sort. Very airy, but super emotional at the same time. Like, but very airy, but emotional. It's freaky. I don't like it. It's scary. Right? But you like it, you're with them, right? So they're needing to take a look at this anxiety and this fear that they push down, or also that is like not, I don't think they can push it down anymore. I think they're literally like anxious all day long, every day, because they need to like sit down and go within and confront that anxiety, and to just really deal with it. Anxiety is no joke, right? And they're having a lot of sleepless nights as well. And this is also triggering them. So they take a look at the reason, like, because they're having a lot of anxiety about this relationship. And they're like, I don't know if Pisces has moved on, because at the same time, you'll move on from them. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm sorry what I said, but like, I'm going to go move on because life is happening. So they're also like wrong for this, because they're also wasting their time in their life. So you see how nobody's right. I mean, nobody's wrong, but both people are right. Nobody's wrong here. Both people are right. So in the conscious thoughts, inner desires, we have and they also couldn't see how that was justified, what you said as well. I feel like that was also, wow. I feel like, and the Queen of Swords is like, I was waiting on you to say it, right? They were also not seeing how you were justified to say what you said, but they just want to be in their bag. I'm not saying they want to be in their bag, but they're just like, they're in their bag. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, all right? And, this is their conscious thoughts, inner desires, and it's the Magician reverse. They want to make this more real. I just feel like I'm seeing all these reversals, and it's like, you know what? When this person chooses to do all the things, they've got all this energy around them that's like ready to move things forward, and they're just sitting on it, And when this person wants to get out of this energy and do the right thing and do what it is that they know damn well deep inside that they should do, then they're just going to get up and do it. But for right now, they just seem like someone who is struggling with being in their own authority. They have trouble standing in their own authority. And it's because they have so many limiting beliefs. Eight of Swords keeps showing up. So they have so many limiting beliefs, possibly around money, around investing, around material things, around physicality, around being practical and being patient and all that. They just feel like they have so many fears they need to work through. And hopefully they're working through it right now. The wiser person in the more long-standing, probably longer together connection is probably doing this processing and probably doing this looking within. But maybe a more younger soul may be really stuck and struggling. I don't know who's wiser, younger souls or older souls. Because older souls, wow. Sorry about that, guys. I wasn't doing that on camera because it was just too much. I don't know which one's better, or which one's better at moving on from things, younger souls or older souls. Younger souls may be better at it because they don't have as much karma stuck on them, whereas older souls may be like just more wiser, and like it doesn't matter. Like I feel like one way is good and the other way is good, and it doesn't really matter. But this person seems like they're more on like the younger spectrum of a soul. No, maybe an older soul. I'm not sure. It's different for each and every one of you guys. I feel like each and every one of you guys need to go within, because it depends on what their ancestry is. Something about their ancestry, I'm hearing Atlantis, right? So something about their ancestry is really important for them to understand. So they understand their soul, and they understand why they're here, and they understand why they are the way they are, so that they can get to where they need to get to, right? So this seems like it doesn't seem like it is a reading where it's more so like mental alchemy work, that this person's doing a lot of thinking, a lot of clearing of like the mind, a lot of mental release. Whether they're an air sign or not, they're doing a lot of mental release. But also they're being called to action, but they're not taking action, or they're going to take action eventually, it feels like, because the Emperor's there. And like, listen, it doesn't matter if the Emperor is upright or reverse, rain, hail, sleet, or snow. The Emperor, like, you know what? Like, if you're an emperor and even if you're reversed, you're still a target. So you might as well just be upright, if you know what I'm trying to say. All right. So, all right. My sister might be here. All right. So, or she might not, because they're so loud. I don't know why they're so loud. All right. So in the near future, oh, look at that. We have the Fool. Look at that. How nice is that? So your person and you are both, well, it's mainly your person, they're taking a leap of faith. And the energy that got left behind, here's the Ace of Wands, the Spirit told me to leave it. So they're taking a leap of faith into this connection and trusting, and they're, allowing new life to enter into this connection. They're following their passion. There's some sort of impulse that they want to take towards you, that they're going to take towards you. It's very exciting. It's kind of unexpected. Okay. Accept it for what it is. It is beautiful. I think you're going to really like it. It's really like going to make you feel very powerful and empowered, because you're going to see why. You're going to feel like, wow, I did that. You know what I mean? But they're going to do it. They're going to do something, okay? And whatever it was here that they were struggling to take, they're going to do it. And how much you want to bet? And here's the sun here, which is telling you, whatever you're thinking, whatever you're like, oh, I wish that would happen, it's going to happen, right? So, but here's the thing. Here's what I think causes it. It's the fact that you go within, or you just accept. Some of you guys may just accept, like, wow, you know what? Like, that was mean what I said. And it's just as easy as truly accepting that within yourself that moves the energy and allows for this energy now that this person can bring into your life. So I'm sorry about I'm sorry, everybody's so loud. It's literally Tuesday. It's Tuesday. So I think my sister's home. That could be it. All right. So yeah, they're going to take some sort of action that you're waiting for them to take. And it's been, after so long of you waiting for them to take this action, they're finally going to take it. And it just feels like it's because you genuinely accepted that something you said was not okay, or something you did was not nice, and you can understand how that would upset them. I think you're at a part of your journey where you need to understand that it's not just like, your feelings are real and worth exploring, and they're valid, but also in a connection, it's important that you're not tearing down your partner. I know a lot of times when we're used to being in karmic connections, it almost feels like that's kind of what the connection is. It's just tearing each other down, and it's kind of just like, sometimes it could just be about like dog eat dog, or like, very karmic, a lot of games. But when you're in a soulmate connection, you don't play those games. You don't have to do that. You never had to, but now you really don't have to do that anymore. So it's really important for you to understand your emotions and understand when you're in tune with how you feel, and when you're not acting from who you truly are, and you're acting from fear, or you're acting from a place of, not fully understanding or whatever. And it's so important for you to understand that in this connection, because you want to be together, and you want to, have a connection where you both build each other up. And I feel like some of you guys may have been in connections where you felt like you had to tear each other down, or that was kind of like what it was. But that's not what this connection is. And so you need to honor it in that right, and not tear this person down, and it might be kind of hard for you to hear that, but it's true, because that's not the kind of, you don't want that kind of relationship anymore. In fact, that's what actually triggered you to call in your twin flame and your soulmate, was that you wanted to have a real love connection. And so you can't bring that same sort of behavior to that soulmate connection. Or even if you are, like, you have to be healed, or like you have to come to peace, or make peace with certain things, and come to terms with certain things, and learn the lessons of certain things. All right. So why do we have this Fool energy? And it's because of the Empress, because you're the Empress to them. You're the Empress, or for some people, this person is your Empress. And, you're queen, you're worth it. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You're the woman or the man that they want to be with. You're the woman or the man that they want to have children with, And it's like, you just are worth it. It's because you're worth it. Literally, L'Oreal. Like, so if that's the case, like, that's why they're doing it. But I feel like you needed to tear down this old paradigm. Both of you guys did. This person did too. Like, this is in their perspective where they needed to tear down the old paradigm. But so do you. you know, and that is also just knowing how to talk to people. Spirit is telling me to get a card on the Knight of Pentacles, because that's their conscious thoughts and desires. It could be focused on work a lot too. They could be working a lot, working on something in particular that is going to impact this connection. And it told me to draw a card on the nine, and they gave me the Nine of Wands. And I'm wondering why they're showing me the Nine of Wands. Because of the Lovers. Okay, so this person may be kind of staying in this loop of doing things the way that they normally do them, or moving very slowly because they're paranoid about this connection. So they're very afraid of what can happen, and they don't believe that, or they're afraid that they won't get what it is that they want out of the connection. And they kind of want to they're so happy with the way things are. They don't want to take a step and make an action that's going to change things and make it kind of unhappy. But it comes from paranoia that they're needing to heal as well, because they follow their heart. It'll always be a beautiful connection. All right, Pisces. So you can hear my whole family. So Pisces, that's your reading for today. That is your weekly reading for the first week of December 2020. Happy December. Hope you guys enjoyed. For those of you guys who haven't already, please be sure to give this video a like. And thank you to all you guys who have liked, commented, and subscribed to the channel. That would be a perfect time to comment as well down below, as well as subscribe. And hitting the bell when you subscribe will ensure that you're always notified about all my future uploads. Pisces, if you'd like to connect with me further on my other socials, those links are in the description bar down below. They're very seasonal, so a lot of times I'm always on YouTube, but in the spring and the winter, I tend to go on Instagram. In the summer, I like to be on Facebook, and in the late summer and early fall, I like to be on Pinterest. So you guys, be sure to check those out and get all the information that you can get from my channel and from my other social media platforms, as well as just connecting with me further. If you'd like to connect with me on my personal platform, my website, the link is in the description bar down below. Thank you so much for taking the time out to watch this reading, to raise your vibration, to connect with the collective, and to connect with yourself. And I really, truly wish you the best on your twin flame and soulmate journey. God bless you guys, and I'll talk to you guys next week. I'll see you next Friday. Bye-bye.